Well, very good morning, guys. Yeah, last day where we are just completed insert operation and select operation, right? Yeah, we just done with insert and we are done with the select operation. Both the two things we just been completed. So how to insert a record we just discussed up. How to select also we have just been done. So by default when we run, what will open? Display students, right? By default what will open? Display students. Once the display students opens, once the display student is going to open, what next? It will provide you all the options for adding a new student, editing an existing student, deleting a student. All options will be available for you under the display student. Someone's video is on. Shilpita, stop the video. Okay. Fine. So if you just notice it, so when you run this by default, yeah, display students will launch. So now you click on add new student. When you click on add new student, it opens your add new student window, and now you can just enter enter a name here, the class, the fees, whatever it is. Click choose file. Select one photograph. Click on save. Do you put a breakpoint? Yeah, there is a breakpoint. Save. With this action, the data got saved successfully into the database. Are you clear? What next? View. When I click on view, what I wanted to do is I want to display a big size information of it. In a tabular format here, in the left hand side, the student image should come. And on the right hand side, ID, name, class, and fees value should come. Okay, now? In the left hand side, what should come? Student name should come. And in the right, photo should come. In the right hand side, all the values, ID, name, class, fees, whatever it is, all these values should come. So for that, I want to write a view for this. I want to create a view. Guys, remember, we already written a method for that. Our action method is ready. I'm sorry. Action method is ready. What it takes? SID. The action method takes an SID. And remember, last class when I am creating the get students view, when I am creating the display students view, what did I do, you know? Watch. View. Just look at this. Display student. Which student? I am passing the SID as a parameter for the action method. Route parameter. It is just going to be a route parameter, and you can see that in the address bar. Are you clear? Now this SID comes to your method. This SID comes to your method, and I'm reading that value here. I am reading that value here as a parameter. See that? The parameter. Are you clearer or not? So SID comes here directly now. So once the SID comes, what next? Return view, and you're calling get student. It'll get you one student now. It'll get you one student. So let's create a view. Right click, add view. Add view. So just going to create you a display student view now. A display student view. Okay. What do you write? @ model. MVC with link U1 dot models dot student. MVC with link 1 dot models dot student. Okay, now? Done. So now you're just going to create a view for displaying the student. First, I want to place my label, student details. Next, I want to display the data in a tabular format, Table, border is equals to 1. Align is equals to center. Next, I want the photograph in the left hand side, a big size photograph, clear. And the right hand side, the values has to come. So I'm taking a TR, TD, and this particular TD, what I'm doing is I'm going to place an image. Remember, in the display students, how to display an image there, I already shown you. This is a code for displaying the image. If no image, the alternate text will come. So you can have a look how to display an image. SRC is equals to uploads and your student dot photo, not student, now model dot. Yesterday we are using a loop, that's a student dot, but here model dot photo, width is equals to 200, height is equals to 200, a big size image. There we shown you 40, 25, that's all. Now a 200 image. Okay, now. So this will show you the image. Next column, next cell. Here, what do you want? The data. How you show it? Display for at the rate, what I want? ID at the rate HTML dot display for. Yes, display for. Yes, lambda expression. Yes dot. Yes, yes dot SID. Okay, and next row. Remember, how many columns are there? 5. In the left hand side, image should come. Right hand side, all the 4 should come. Are you clear? So here, this TD, I want to say row span is equals to 4. Means it is going to consume 4 row span now. Okay? So if that is the case, what will happen? The remaining 3 rows will have only one column now. The remaining 3 rows will have only one column. What do you want to show? Name. At the rate HTML dot display for. Yes dot next class, class at the rate HTML dot display for. Yes dot what do you want to say? Class. Again, fees at the rate HTML dot display for. Yes dot fees. Guys, if you want to show the status also, for example, I want to show the status also. So I'm making row span 5 and I wanted to show status also. What should come? Status at the rate HTML dot checkbox for status. Yes dot status. So that checkbox also will be coming for you. So now you look, have a look. Spelling mistake, yeah. Edit spelling mistake, na? Edit. Okay. Run. See, the first time I'm creating a view, so that's why I'm just typing all the things manually. Going forward, our tables will change, different tables, different logics I'll show you, but the views will always be same. So going forward, I will not focus on creating the views again and again. I'll go for copy pasting only. Is that clear? I'll explain you all C# coding, where different logics and all. But when you come to the views are always same. You'll have 4 views. One display all entities, display single entity, add entity, edit entity. And for delete, we don't write a separate thing. Delete here only will show a confirmation, delete of, that's all. Okay, observe. View. Is that clear? So the image and all the details on the other side. Image on one side and all the details on the other side. No image here. No image here. So we can't do anything there. But see, I want a, see when I click on add, I have an option. Back to, here also I want to put this link. Back to student details and bring to the home controller. Sorry. Bring to display students. So it's a backlink, that's all. So just going to add you this also. Okay, under the table only we will add. Under the table only we'll add tr td call span is equals to 2, align is equals to center. There only I place the link. Back to student details. It will bring you back to student details now. Backlink should be there now. View. Is view clear? So you're clear with the display students. Shows you all the students. Second one. Display student. Shows you single student. Third one. Add student. Add student. Provides a view for adding a student. Next. Edit. Edit student. When you click on the edit, all of you guys, when you click on the edit, I want to call an action method. What is the action method name? Louder. What are you passing? ID. I just want to pass the yes ID. Want to pass the yes ID and launch the view now. So that's what my requirement is. I want to pass the yes ID and launch the student in this place. So this is what my requirement is all about. Okay, now. Fine. So let us go for student controller. Let us write a method for edit student. Public view result edit student pass SID as a parameter. What this has to launch? This has to launch a view. This has to launch a view for editing the student records. Are you clear? This has to launch a view for editing the student records. To edit the student records, a view has to be coming for me into action. Okay, now. So that's what. Okay. What to do? See, when you want to edit a student, all of you carefully. When you want to add a student, you want to launch a view with text boxes, and the text boxes should be empty. Agree with me? Tell me. But when you want to launch a view for edit a student, text box should be empty. Text box should come with values or not. So understand the point, not empty. Now the text box has to come with values. So understand the difference between add and edit. When you say add, simply what you say, return view, that's all. But here, when you're going to call return view, you simply don't call return view. First, you say student is equals to obj dot get student. First, you will call the student. You will get the student record, and after getting the student record, that student, SID comma true. After getting the student record, you need to pass the student record to the view. Did you understand the difference between add and edit carefully? Add, launch the view, blank view. But edit, launch the view with the student details. If I want to launch the view with the student details, I require to get it from the database and pass it to the view now. Clear? Understood? So now the text boxes will come with values. The text boxes will come with the values. Understood? Okay? Okay. Let's add a view now. Edit student. Add view. Here select empty. Here select student. Click on add button. Concentrate, guys. Let's go to add student. For add student, you created a view now. Right. Let me copy that as it is. And paste it here. I need to make some changes. I'll do it. First text box, SID. Correct? New of at the rate read only is equals to true. Text box is non-editable. Got the point? Next, label. Next, text box. Text box will come with value editable. Next, class editable. Fees editable. And when you come to photograph, what I want, listen. First, it has to show me the old photograph there. It has to show me the old photograph there. And also provide you an option to select a new photograph. Are you getting my point or not? First, old photograph should be shown there. Besides that, there should be an option for selecting a new photograph if required. Editing, na. Your old photograph will come. Also option for editing the photograph now. Okay. So first show the old photograph there. How to show? Hey, already we know how to show the photograph. Image, just a image tag. Just use the image tag to display the photograph. But I'm not going to show a big size image there. Just only some 75 pixels. 75 pixels. Okay. Just the point is at the rate model.photo. Model.photo, the photo will come. So beside the photo will come. And also you'll have an option for selecting a new photograph. Okay. Then what we have? Submit button. What to do? Update. I don't want a reset option. Why? Guys, understand the difference between adding and editing. You click on add student. View comes. You add a student. If at all you just want to reset and fill the data, you can click on reset and you can fill the data again. If you're not satisfied with the data, you can click reset and fill the data again. But when you come to update, you can never perform a reset. Why, sir? Update is going to bring the old values. First, those values can be updated. You cannot reset the values. Did you catch my point or not? Update will come with old values and that value should be modified. That should not provide you a reset option. Reset should not be for an update. Did you catch my point or not? Update never requires a reset. Who requires a reset? Only insert, not for update. So I don't want that. Just what I want is a cancel link. What I want is a cancel link. I will want to place a cancel link. Not back to students. I'll say cancel. And when you click on cancel, directly where it will come? Display students again. I don't want to update here, cancel. Takes you to display student. That's all. Are you clear? So let us go for display students, all of you. First, let us go to edit controller. Oh, we did not, just a minute here. We made a small mistake. Yeah. What is that? Array. The action method is update student, not add student. Which method I want to call? Open the mouth. Update student. Student controller. And I already explained you in the last class about this one. If image is there, this is mandatory. Files and anything you want to upload, this is mandatory. Fine. Let's try this. Launch the display students. I put a breakpoint there anyhow. When I click on edit button, come on, let's click on edit button. When I click on the edit button, see coming here, SID, I selected first Carolina, so SID should be 101. So going to get that record, see there, all of you. Got the complete details of the student, right? Afterwards, launch the view. The view launcher. See, this is non-editable. I said read only true. These are all editable. See now, photograph, existing photograph I'm showing you there. You want a new photograph? Huh? Click on choose file. After making the changes, update. And then cancel. No, I don't want to update it. Cancel. Understood? Cancel will bring you back to there. So edit again. So this doesn't have a photograph. Okay, doesn't have a photograph will show you no image. And you can click on this and select a new image now. Are you guys clearer or not? And then click on update button. Cancel will bring you back to this. When you click on update, which action method is called? Update student is called. So careful, what is called update student is called. Shall I write the logic for update student now? Public redirected to route result, update student. Student. Okay now? I want to update the student. But see here also photograph coding is same now. Array, last class I explained you photograph per image. If image is not present, what should happen? If image is not selected, fine, send a null to database. If image is selected, send that image name to the database now. Last day I explained you already. The same code, put it here. The same code, put it here. Okay now? Yeah, second parameter we missed here. What is the second parameter? HTTP posted file base selected file. HTTP posted file base selected file. This will provide you information of the selected image. Information of the selected image. Okay. If image is selected, it will go inside and the photograph is assigned. If image is not selected, what will happen? Null. It is going to be null. Okay. Now here I can call my method. Which method? Obj dot. We have written a method already. See. Oh, for update we did not write in method in the DAL. Okay. Okay. In the DAL class we did not write the method for update here. Models, student DAL. We written only three methods. Sorry, we written only three methods. Get student, get a student, add student. Now we want update student. What should I pass? Student. What to do, I'll tell you. What to do, I'll tell you. But meanwhile, just concentrate. We will come to the controller. Call the method obj dot update student. Pass what? Student, not student ID. Student, complete student should be passed for updating. Later, return redirect to action. Which method? Once updated, again the display student should launch off again now. Got it? What should launch? Display student should launch off again. So let me add a breakpoint. We are doing a small mistake. The mistake is these 2 lines of code outside the if condition. Outside the if condition. Okay, I put a breakpoint. All of you watch it. Still, I did not write the logic in the database coding. I did not write DAL code. I did not write. Just watch. Every time here, display students is the first one. So that's why better, I called it display student. Better name it as index. Default index you will launch. They'll provide you options to launch your other views. I just changed off the name, but you leave it as index. Fine. Now guys, observe it. I clicked on edit button. There is no photograph for this particular student. I'm going to call choose file. Select one photograph. Click on open. Yeah, photograph selected. Click on update. When I click on update, will come here. Observe. Bringing you the class, fees, name, photo. Sorry, name, photo is null. Yes, ID status again false. Why? Because on the view, you don't have a checkbox showing the status value. Because there is no checkbox showing the status value, it will take the default value as. When you are sending to database, you should make it true. Yeah, that is very careful. Be careful. Second one, what is that? Photo. And this photo gets filled inside of this if condition now. It will come inside. It will take the path. Checks the folder is existing. So directly comes to here. Saves the photograph on the hard disk. Afterwards, photo is assigned. Photo is assigned. See now, student contains a photo. But what is missing? So this should be put a static value. This should always be a static value true only. So that's it before calling here. What you will do? Obj dot. I'm sorry, not obj dot. Student dot. Status is equals to true. End user, I don't give option for status manipulation. Status is always in my control. Okay, now? So are you clear? One more time. Let us try. Edit. Select a photograph. Click on update. Yeah, guys, watch it. Coming inside, picking the photograph, status. Now you see your student has all attributes check. Check. Is anything missing? Check it out. Is anything missing? Nothing is missing. Perfect now? Okay, we'll call update now. When you call update, where the control jumps? The control jumps here and the student comes to student here. All values came to the DAL. Now DAL should send it to database. From the DAL, it has to go to database. It has to go to the database. Fine. Last class, I explained you the code for inserting. For inserting, the logic is very simple. On the table, this is our table, remember? On the table, call the insert method. Insert method will directly take the new object and adds it now. Insert method will directly take it and adds it now. Finish. Simple. No issues. But now your requirement is not to insert, guys. Now your requirement is to update. Okay? Guys, carefully listen to me. I'll tell you the steps in detail for inserting and the steps in detail for updating. Say, how many records are there in the table? 3 records. Every record is an instance asset. Correct? Means right now, what is students? Students is a collection. Array, it's a collection. The collection contains 3 student instances in it. What it contains? So you take list of string. String instances will be presented. Now, list of student. What is there? Student instance. How many instances? 3 are there now. You want to add a student. What to do? Use your common sense. I have a list with the 3 students, 3 instances. You want to add a student. What to do? Add a new instance now. Add a, see, listen, all of you. This is the instance. This is a, you are adding that instance to the table now by calling a method. Which method? Insert. Now the instance is added to the table. How many instances are there? 4. Now you are calling save. Now the data changes are saved to the database. So now automatically how many records will come in the table? 4. 4 records means 4 instances. Are you clear? Okay. So listen, I not tell you this one in the last session. How to insert a record. If you want to insert a record, these are the steps to insert a record. See guys, pure object-oriented programming code, you will understand what is that pure object-oriented. Concentrate on this. If you want to insert a record in the table, these are the steps. Read the first step. Create an entity. Who is your entity? Student class, which is defined representing the student entity, because every instance is a record, and then I assign values to the properties because those properties represent attributes. And where this is happening, you know, this is happening on the view. You got the insert view. In the insert view, when you click on the insert button, all these values are coming to the action method, and there your instance is ready. I'm talking to you only. There your instance is ready. This instance is created already. And that instance you are adding to the table. How you are adding to the table? Read it. Last class I explained to you about it. Pending state. What is it? Array, it is temporary or not permanent. Lastly, we done all these things. Okay, shall I show you? Watch. This is the instance. You're calling the method insert on submit and adding to the table. Pending state. You're calling submit changes and saving the changes. Now the changes are permanent. Means that is something like commit. That is something like a commit. Once you do that, the changes are going to be committed to the database. Once you do that, the changes are going to be committed to the database actually. So these are the actions what are going to happen for insert. Understood? Now update. Let's talk about update. How do you update? When you want to update, you don't create a new instance. When you want to update, you don't create a, then what to do, sir? Array, you're required to modify the values in the existing instance. You need to modify the values of existing instance. All of you, carefully listen. What do you need to do? Modify the values of the existing instance. If this is the case, we should not create an instance now. What you're required to create a reference now. Understand the difference here. Instance means a new copy. Reference means a pointer to an existing copy. A pointer to a existing copy. And any modifications on the reference will reflect directly to the instance. Do you remember that or not? You make changes on the reference, all the changes will be updated to the instance. Are you clearer or not? So when I'm going to perform an update operation, so this is having all the values in it, but I cannot add it to my table. If I add to my table, one more record gets added now. I don't want to add it, guys. What I want to do? Update. Update what? The existing record in the table. So what should happen, I need to first create a reference to my existing record in the table. How do you create a reference? Watch, all of you, concentrate. Student, old student is equals to, okay, and the existing record should be picked from the table. Context dot, students is your table, dot, there is a method called as single. There is a method called as single. And for this, you require to specify the condition, which record you want. Which record you want? Say, the syntax goes like this. Yes. Upender, stop the video. Not stop it. Yeah. So the syntax is like this. Yes. Lambda expression. Yes dot. SID is equals to student dot. SID. All of you understand. What is this? This is something like a where clause in your select. How do you write a where condition in a select statement? Tell me. Select star from, for example, I'm writing student yes. Where yes dot SID is equals to 105. Okay, now you don't require to write all these things here. This is enough. But the syntax goes like this. Yes, we don't write where. Lambda expression. Yes dot SID is equals to 105. Understood? So now you see this yes is student. I don't require to separately tell because I'm pointing to student table only. When I put my mouse on the student, see? Yes dot SID is equals to, understand, suppose you want to refer to 104 or 103. How you write? 103. But 103 always, No, So what I should take? The SID from the student. So what should come here? Student dot SID. Student dot SID. So this will create me a reference to an existing student now, containing all the old values in it. But remember, what about this one? This contains the modified values. This came from the view. Coming from the view means containing modified values. This is coming from database containing old values. What to do now? What to do here? Overwrite the old values with new values. Are you clear, Ara? What is that? Overwrite the old values with new values. Old student dot ID no need. ID is non-updatable. Name is equals to, if you modify this name here, the new name is present in student dot name. So this is the old name. This is a new name. Sir, not modified. Old name overridden with old name. I already explained you in ADU.NET. An update, everything should be updated. Okay, now? What next? Old student dot class is equals to student dot class. Excuse me. Next. Old student dot, what next here? Fees is equals to student dot fees. Next. Old student dot photo. Student dot photo. Actually, even I don't update the status, no problem. Reason? Let it update because already in the table true only is present. Now again you are trying to assign true only. If you don't assign only, true only will come. Okay, let it. I'll update all the values. Finally, what to do? Context dot commit the changes. That's all. Submit the changes. Understand the 3 steps here. First step, create a reference. Create a reference, not an instance, all of you. For insert, create a instance, new record. Create a reference, pointer to existing records. Second step, override the old values with the new values. Third step, save the changes by calling submit changes. All of you, these are the steps to update, read them. Make a comparison. Read the first step in insert. Create a instance. Read completely. Create a of the entity class. That has to be updated by calling first. 4 methods are there here. All these 4 methods can be used. What are the 4 methods? First or default. Single or default. Single. I call the single. You can call any of these things. Of the table. Return the, okay, which step? What is your table, students? Next step. All the old values are changing to the new values. Last step. Array, see the third step in insert and the third step in update are same. Last step is always same, yeah. Saving. That is saving. But what is the difference? There you created instance, here you created reference. Here you added the record to the table, here you modified the existing record of the table. You did not add the record, you modified the record. Okay, na? Okay? So fine. So still, I am in the debug mode, guys. I am debugging for you and you can observe. I will show you the step-by-step process, how this action is going to be completed. See, edit, all of you. I want to change the name, Jones. I want to change the class. Okay. I want to change the fees. All. I want to even add a photograph. Choose file. Click on. You guys observe. Initially, from the view, the model doesn't contain 2 values. Okay, now. So now what I am doing, I'm coming inside. I'm trying to assign the photograph here. I'm trying to assign the status here. All of you observe. All are there. All 6 are there. Correct. Now jumps to update. Coming here. Look, all of you. So this is the new values. These are all the new values. All new values. Now this is going to create a reference to pick the old values. See, all of you? These are the old values. Check it out. Name is Smith. Class is 5. No photograph, null. Yeah, the table photograph is not there, null. Next, status, all old values are there. Now what I'm doing, I'm assigning the new values. See, name is Smith, overridden with Jones. Class is 5, overridden with 6. Fees is 50,000, overridden with 60,000. No photograph. Assigned with a photograph. Status is true, assigned with true only. Submit changes. Reloads your data. Check it out. Got it. Shall I update the class and fees of the first student now? Now I want to update the class and fees of the first student. All of you, careful. I want to update the class and fees of the first student. Okay, now. So click on edit button. Only class and fees. I don't want to update anything else here. Name is same only, photo is same only. What I want to update? Class and fees. Now tell me here, did you select a photograph by using the file dialog? Or you have the old existing image? Open the mouth, yeah. We have the old we did not select a photograph, correct? What is the name of this one? Selected file. This control name is selected file. This control doesn't have a value. You did not select it. Click update. Now see the problem here. What is the problem? Again, point to your student. Class is there, piece is there, name is there, photo is null. Why is our photo is null? Because for a photograph, we used image. Correct? Is it a strongly typed HTML control? We don't have a strongly typed HTML control. For that we used a HTML image. Remember the point. For name, class, fees and all what we used, strongly typed HTML control. But here you did not use any strongly typed HTML control. We just used an image. There is no strongly typed HTML control available for image. For text boxes, for those only present, not for every element is not there here. Image is not there. Only input controls are there. What are the text box, password, drop down list, for that only. For image it is not there. So what is coming here? Null. Did you select any photograph now? No. So selected file is also null. Are you clear? And because selected file is going to be null, see the danger all of you now. What is the danger? Now it did not go to if condition. Assigning true and calling update. All of you observe. The student here doesn't have a photograph. Are you guys clearer? And because the student is not having a photograph, here old student has the photograph value. See? But the new student is not having a photograph value. So see the danger. What is the danger here? It is going to update the photo with null now. Array, if you go to database now, see I am saving off the data. See? Array, where is my photograph? It's not mandatory to change now. So my photograph went up to null now. So I hope you understood the danger. Yes or not? So now how can this be controlled? How this can be controlled then? We'll show you. Listen. If you are not modifying a value, you are taking the old value as it is now. But here the problem is to take the old value. Image is not a HTML. It is not a strongly typed HTML control. It is not a strongly typed HTML control. I cannot do that. So just let us do one thing. What? When you guys are calling the edit, in the edit, what will happen? The student data will come here, right? Yes or not? After loading the student data, I am taking temp data of, I'm using a temp data, guys. I hope you remember temp data. Photo is equals to student dot photo. Student dot photo. Okay? Now, if a photograph is not selected, then I'm using an else if condition and I'm checking temp data of photo not equal to null. Means now I'm checking no photograph selected. Then I'm checking temp data. Temp data is not null. If temp data is not null, then I'm writing student dot photo is equals to temp data of photo dot toString. My temp data will store everything as an object. So I'm converting it to string. All of you carefully listen. If an image is selected, it will pick from the if condition. If image is not selected, it will pick from the else part. Are you clearer or not? If image is selected, if condition. Otherwise, else part. Okay? Concentrate now. I have a breakpoint still here. Go to display students. Hold on, just edit. I'm changing the name to James. I'm changing the name to James. I'm not selecting any photograph. Okay now, click on update. Yeah guys, watch here. No image selected, came to Asp. No existing image also. So no need to go to Elsif also. What is there? Null is here now. Send the null. No problem. Why? You did not change it. See there, no issues. The name changed. Okay now. Now come to this one. Now come to this one. I'll click on edit. I'll click on edit. When I click on edit, I'm changing the classroom to 6, fees to 60,000. Click on update. Guys, observe it all of you. Observe this. It won't go to if condition, but you come to else if. Array, temp data is not null. Because it is not null, see coming inside and assigning that photograph, see initially photo is null. And that photograph value came now. Are you guys clearer? Okay, the photograph value came and updated. See, these are updated. Photo did not disturb. Okay, now let us add a photograph for this student. Edit, choose file, select a file, click update. Now it will go to if condition, yeah, not else part. Did you understand? Image is existing, not modified, else part. Image is existing, not modified, then goes to else part. Image is not existing, selected image goes to if. Understood? Image is not existing, no image selected, don't go to if, don't go to else, null only na, send null only to the database, no issue. So now you see it is updated with the photograph. No issues anywhere, see. Actually, insert is simple, yeah, direct. Update only should be careful. If you don't be careful with update, what is the danger? Old values will be overridden with null now. That is the danger. Got the point? Understood? Now what next? Let's add few more records. Let us add few more records. Add new student 104 Scott 6,000, sorry, 60,000. Choose a photograph. Save. Add new student Smith. Not selecting a photograph, save. My choice. I'll click edit. Choose a file. Update. No need breakpoints. I shown all these things to you. Okay, now finally one thing left out. What is that? Delete. When you click on delete, that record should be deleted. But what did he say? Array, no physical deletions. When you click on delete, the status of the record should change to false in the database. What should happen? The status of the record should change to false. Then the code is update code only na. But in update, you updated all the values, but here will update only one value, status. Recollect in ADO.NET already explained you. In update, all columns are updated. But in delete only, status is updated. So let me tell you the code for a permanent deletion also, as well as changing the status. If I want to permanently delete, what should I write? If I want to only change the status, what should I write? First, let me show you permanent deletion. Array, later we'll change the status and say, first we'll go with the permanent deletion. When I click on the delete button, all of you careful, it opens you a window asking you, are you sure you want to delete it? If I say cancel, nothing happens. But if I say okay, the page is submitted to server, you did not write the delete student method, the page is submitting to server. Got the point? So let us write a method. Let us write one action method now. See, guys, all of you, just watch. I'm writing multiple method. This is for displaying all the students. This is for displaying single student. So these two are display methods. Okay. Next, these two methods are for insert. Array, these two methods are insert. These two methods are edit. Next, public. Not view result. Redirect to route result. What is the method name? Display student. What are the parameter? Yes side. Yes side. You want to delete a student. Okay. Then you want to delete a student. What do you do? Just the logic should be in the DAL class. The logic should be implemented in the DAL class. Come on, let's go to DAL class. Public void delete student. What is the parameter? Yes side. You want to delete a record. Means now also understand. Delete an existing record. Means now also you need a reference only. Array, now also you need reference only. So let's create a reference. How to create? Student or otherwise we'll give the same name. What is that? Old student is equals to context dot students dot. You can call single or default, first or default. Another method called first. Both are same here. Just to prove you these are available, I'm showing you. Yes dot SID is equals to. You can directly use the SID now. No need student dot. Directly SID is available now. So this is the reference. Now I want to remove this record from the table. If you want to add a record to the table, remember what did you call? Sorry, context dot students dot insert, right? Same way, context dot students dot insert on submit, delete on submit. Sorry, what is that? Old student. Last step is same in all the cases. What is the last step? That is same in all the cases. Guys, I missed a try catch block here. Let me add. Try catch. Here also. Try catch. Safe side. So this is a permanent deletion. This is permanent deletion. Let's put a breakpoint here. What is the method name? Come to the controller. Obj dot delete student pass aside. Actually, we are trying to minimize the code in the controller here. That's why we written a DAL class. So DAL class contains all the logic. Here, just a method call, that's all. Minimizing the code. Just we'll call the methods. Where the methods are DAL class. And that provides you reusability. Tomorrow, in another case you want to do, you can call the methods of the DAL class without again writing the logic. Point clear? Okay. Lastly, return, redirect to action. Where to go? All of them here, you insert, you update, you delete. Finally go to display students again. Okay, run. It will override here. If you select two photos of the same name, it will override. That's all. It will override. One 105. Delete. Are you sure? Okay. So the breakpoint watch. Creating a reference. Old student reference. Submit changes. Are you clear? Understood now? No, sir, I don't want to delete. I want to change the status. That's all. Want to change the status? Okay. Then comment this, and what you will say, old student dot status is equals to, that's all. If you want to delete, call delete here. Otherwise, change the status, and this will always update now because you did not call it delete. This will update. This is going to update. Okay now? So that is the difference. That's all. If you want to delete, first line. If you want to update the status, second line. 1 and 3 are same. Shall I delete 102? Click on delete. Yes. You see now updating the status, and that record won't be loaded back again. But go to table. 102 will be in the table. 105 will not be in the table. Watch. Sorry. Connect. CS MECDB, right? Select start from. What is your table? Check. 105 is not there because we went for a permanent deletion. 102 is there. Sir, why this record is not shown to me on the UI? Because in my display method, for my select method, you guys observe, when I'm performing a get students, in the get students, I have a condition here. What is the condition? Status is equals to @status. I'm passing the status value and fetching the data. Are you clear? And where you pass the students are in the controller, when I called the method, I passed the value true. Or in the controller, when I called the method, I passed the value true. Are you clear? So did you understand the flow basically? First, for delete, I did not tell you the steps now. So guys, I will look on the delete steps. Look at that steps for deleting. For delete here, concentrate. The first step of update and the first step of delete are same, see. Both cases create a reference only. Now when you come to the second step of insert, what is that? Call insert and submit. And the second step of delete are same, see. Method name different. There insert, here delete. The last step is same for all. The last step is same for all here. Steps for inserting, updating and deleting. Read deleting steps carefully now. Clear? Understood? This is what. So here I shown you step by step of each and every action to you. Path error then, incorrect format error is coming means your path error. See the code carefully. What did I show you as it is you need to. If you give it wrong, you get that error here. Yeah. First, what are you calling? Display students. From display student, you go to add student. Are you clear? Okay, add student. When you call add student, this will open your view first. You will enter the record and click. The data will be saved. And from here only, you are going to every year you jump from here only. Total 5 actions. Display students. From there you can go to add student. You can go to not view student. This is display student. Edit. Delete. But one thing, you did not write the logic in these action methods. You written the logic in the DAL class. You written all the logic in the DAL class. And finally, you're just trying to call the methods. Why? Tomorrow, in another view, again I want to perform an insert or update or delete or something. No need to write the code again. The code is already implemented in the DAL class and you can consume it. Are you clear? Now, this is one style of interacting with the databases. This is one style of interacting with the databases. The another way you can interact with your database is by writing stored procedures. The another way you can interact with the database is by writing the stored procedures. In the sense, you'll write a procedure for selecting, one procedure for inserting, one procedure for updating, one procedure for deleting. Are you clear? You'll be writing all the procedures now for performing these particular operations: select, insert, update, delete, and all. If you guys write the procedures now, then you increased one thing on the database. Now, earlier tables are there, we are interacting. Now for tables, you are writing procedures. Now for the tables, what you are writing is a procedures. So one layer increased there. Because one layer increased there, one layer will decrease here. What do you mean? DAL is not required. Then what is not required? DAL is not required. No need DAL. If you increase one layer on the database side, one layer will decrease in the application side. Do you understand my point? Yes or not? Okay, right now we have DAL, correct? So what I am telling is, going forward, if at all you can just go for increasing one layer from the database side, automatically one layer gets decreased in the application side. In application side, one layer gets decreased off. What is that? No need to go for writing again a DAL. DAL not required? Not required. Without a DAL, we can just manage. We can just manage the code without writing the DAL class in here. Did you understand my point? So how can we do that? I'll show you. I'll just show you how we can just perform that particular action. But if you try doing that, DAL code gets skipped off. DAL code gets skipped off. Right now, the procedures are there now. Those procedures will work for you like methods. Did you understand me? Why? Table is a class, correct? You worked with table or class? Columns are properties. You worked with properties. Correct. Instance are, records are instances. You worked with instances. You created instances. You done those things only. But you did not go for writing any table or column inserts or anything. You did not write it. Now in the same wavelength, stored procedures are methods. Stored procedures are methods. The stored procedures will become methods. So what you require to do now, I will show you the process practically, but understand the process, understand the steps. Step 1, listen. Step 1, define stored procedures in the database to perform CRUD operations for selecting, inserting, updating, deleting, for everything, write the procedure. Okay now? Next, step 2. Now, drag and drop those stored procedures on the right hand side panel of the what design? Tables on the left hand side. We already saw tables on the left hand side. Last class, we just pulled up all the one table only we used, but multiple tables. I said you, every table you're required to drag and drop now. Every table you're required to drag and drop. Someone asked a question, I just messed up that particular thing. Sir, what if the table is modified in the database? If the table is modified in the database, those changes won't reflect here. Your job is to delete it, again drag and drop. That's all. Are you clearer or not? Delete it. Oh, I'm in the debug mode, guys. Suppose you added some columns or made some changes now. Delete. Again, go to Server Explorer. And again, drag and drop the table. And now it will define you the new class with the new property. It will define you the new class with the new properties. Any DML operations on the database will not reflect here. You are responsible to drag and drop them again on the OR designer. Mandatory? Yes, it is. You must drag and drop everything on the OR designer back. Am I clearer? Any doubts? Understood my point? Okay, so the changes. Data changes will reflect. Data changes will reflect because data comes in runtime. When data comes in runtime, it loads you the appropriate data. But table changes won't reflect. DDL operations won't reflect. DML operations only will reflect. Okay, so these are the table. One table, two tables, three tables, any number of tables you have, drag and drop. No problem at all. Next example, I'll show you multiple tables also. Not one table, how to work with two tables at a time. Like a parent table, child table, if they're present, how do you work with them? I'll show you that also. But first, second example I want to show with stored procedures. Are you clear? And I'm going to tell you guys, I'll tell you all the procedure writing, I'll tell you drag and dropping, I'll tell you the logic behind it. But again, I'm telling you, I won't teach the views. Views, I will copy paste. Views code is just going to be copy pasted. Because the views are same again. Again, the same design, all things will be same. So I don't want to waste the time, I'll drag and drop all. Okay. What you require to do exactly, if you have any stored procedures, all the stored procedures will come here now. All the stored procedures will be coming here. What to do? Drag and drop each procedure and put it on the right hand side panel. Put it on the right hand side panel. Are you clear? Okay. Right hand side panel of the designer, so that each procedure will convert into a method under our under the data context class, all will become methods now. Are you clear? Step 3. Now you can call those methods from action methods and perform your operations. So now understand, there will not be DAL code. DAL logic is not required. Why? What did you write in the DAL methods only na? What did you write in the DAL? Yaar, methods only na. Now the methods are directly given to you by the wall designer. Procedure is converting into method now. The methods are ready. You can directly call up the method. So you will skip the DAL code. What will increase? Procedure. Procedure increases. So DAL will be reduced here. So tomorrow I'll show you. We'll first write all the procedures, drag and drop all the procedures on the OR designer, and then we'll directly go for controller, action methods, views. No more DAL. DAL won't be there. All your methods will be the DAL now. Clearer or not? Okay, I'll show you that in detail in the next session, how to do that. Okay, let's stop here. We'll meet tomorrow. Somashekar. Update table name also, same thing. If you update table name, again you're required to make a modification of the whole code. That is mandatory again. Okay. Next, same view for adding and editing. Yeah, you can use it here, but you're required to write the condition there. You need to write a condition there, and you can just use the same view for adding and editing also. You can do it. Congrats, Amma. Ekkada? Indulo. Prudent. Okay. The package.